Yo, what is up, my bubbly boys? Back here in another video. Hope you guys having an amazing day. Today, I have a very special video for you guys since I am interviewing Safer from the Bubbly Boy Discord server. He recently got top 200 in the German Nationals a couple days ago, actually, with Live Twin Fiendsmith, right? So, although this is a little bit of a long video, I did want to let you know, guys, that this is a very informational video. He goes really in depth with the deck, especially more than I have ever have. So there's definitely something that you could learn from this. So I do encourage you to watch till the end. Whether you're planning to play the deck or already playing the deck or beginning to play the deck, no matter what level you are with the deck, there is something you can learn from this. So I do encourage you to watch until the very end because there is a lot of things that you could take from this video and maybe implement it to your own gameplay. All right. So now, without further ado, don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's move on to the deck profile. Yo, what's up, my bubbly boys? Back here in another video. Hope you guys have an amazing day. Today we have a very special video because I am here with
Safer. What's up?
Safer from this bubbly boy Discord server. He just made top 200 in the recent nationals, I believe, in Germany.
Yes, yes.
Yes, with
German nationals.
yeah. And what was the deck list? I mean, what was the deck?
Uh, well, it's live twin obviously, but
Live
it's live twin
Twin.
Fiendsmith.
Yeah. Friggin' you got
Uh,
the goat over here playing Live Twin and nationals, and you got top 200. How do you feel?
um, I'm somewhat bummed out due to a couple of matchups.
Yeah,
Like,
some of the matchups do. Yeah.
yeah, it started pretty well, but then I lost in match 3 due to a misplay. I lost match 5, but there's nothing I could have done about that. I had a loss for round 6 and another one in round 10. But it's like, honestly, like two of these losses could have been completely avoided. Like, two
Hmm.
of them just were because misplay or stupidity.
Yeah,
Pretty
that's
much.
that's
It's.
absolutely felt though. But overall, you did really, really well, and really excited to see what you brought to this event. Is there any shout outs you'd like to make before get this started?
Yes. So, shout out to Spot Squad Gaming. It's a team uh, around around my neighborhood, and they provided me with a couple of cards. And shout out to the other guy from my locals, who actually gave me Alt Art Called by the Grave for the alternates.
All right, that's what's up. All are called by the grave. Yes, sir. Alrighty, welcome to the matchups portion of today's video. So I am indeed summarizing this portion of the video because I don't want to make the video too long for you guys. So I'm gonna just summarize this portion of the video, which will be him going over the matchups. So in his round one match, he went against Sprite. That was an easy match here. 2-0 here. He lost a dice roll, as you can see here. Round two was Cash Stun, which was like the whole stun package, Cash Tira, like Fantasy Fiend, all that. 2-1 here, lost the dice roll again. Round three, he goes against Raizio Mitsurugi, loses the dice roll, and loses this round two. And for round four, he goes against Raizio Fiendsmith, 2-0 on that one, losing the dice roll once again. And then round five is the Mermail matchup. This was definitely a really tough matchup for him, as he stated, because of the hand rip and the statue lock. So that was a very tough matchup for him, especially since he didn't draw the right hand traps. So that matchup was definitely one of the more tougher matchups, right? And round six is a very special match here. So he goes against Raizo Heraldic Beast. He goes 2-1 here, winning the dice roll. The only problem is he does end up losing this anyways. And if you don't know what I mean by that, because it clearly says that he won, I'll show you guys. Roll the clip.
And I think I won the dice roll. I went first. I won game 1. He won game 2. And then we go into game 3. I've got Sunny Snitch. It's a bit back and forth. We're like turn 5 or something. It's like a couple seconds on the clock. He goes in battle phase, breaks my board, and he attacks. And at the end of his, like, the timer goes to 0. He can't attack anymore. He says, all right, what's the life points at? And I have 100 life points more than he has. So I win with 100 life points, right? I forgot to turn in my results.
No, no way.
So we both get a loss. Yeah. absolute just straight stupidity. It's
Oh
I
no!
was I was so pissed for the rest of the day. It's crazy.
Nah, I felt that. I
Uh,
would be the same way. Oh my goodness. Yeah, pretty crazy, right? So for round seven, we also have against Malice. The rest of these, I don't know whether he wins a dice roll or not. He didn't state it, so I'm gonna just go ahead and I just put question marks around all of these here. Against Malice, he wins 2-0 here, and then round eight he goes against H and Gear 2-1. He goes against round nine against Fire King 2-0. Round 10 is against Blue Eyes Primate 0-2. Primate Blue Eyes is definitely one of the tougher matchups for this deck, so I do not, I'm not like too surprised about this. Round 11, he does get an auto win since his opponent did not show up, so he gets an auto win here. And then for round 12 is against Crystron Azamina, 2-0 here as well, right? So let's go on to the deck profile. Alrighty, so we're gonna hop into the deck list.
yes.
All right, that's
So
what's up. So what's the main deck count?
it's 43 actually.
Interesting.
Yeah, I was like, I was on clean 40 and was like, do I play this? Do I not play this? Screw it. And I just put
Yeah, you
like a
just couldn't
3
figure
off
out what
in
to
the
cut.
main. I didn't have anything to cut. Like I was
Yeah,
like, I can't really cut anything.
yeah, that
So I
makes
just
sense.
put 43, and I'm really happy with the 43 because like everything came up. I didn't really have unplayable hands. Like I had the one hand against Mermaid where I just didn't have any hand traps going second, but
Hmm.
it wouldn't have actually mattered a lot if it was like any deck except Mermaid,
Yeah.
because like Droplet is insane.
Yes. That most def.
That hand, yeah, that hand could have played into most decks, just not Mermaid.
Yes, Mermail is something else.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Well, starting off is pretty basic. We've got the three Kissicle, best normal summon basically.
Yeah, got the collector's
Um,
rare too. That's what's up.
yes, the first edition from Genesis
First
Impact.
edition.
Yeah,
Yeah. Genesis
yeah,
Impact.
uh, yeah. It's just normal summon. It kind of plays into Fuvolos, but like at that point, you can't really say like, yeah, Frost plays better into Fuvolos because like if Hoover resolves, we can't play the game anyway. So, like
Yes.
that
Yes.
one draw, we'd still give the opponent like 6 or 7 draws to make a half board. So it's just if Hoover resolves, we basically have to cope on the non-engine we draw anyway. So
Yeah, and the frost
it's
combo
definitely
isn't
the
really that good
best.
either.
Yeah, it's definitely the best starter. But on the topic, obviously, still 3 Frost.
Mm.
Um, unfortunately, only 1 Starlight.
Yeah.
uh,
Hey, at least you got the
but yeah,
ultras.
she's still. Excuse me.
At least you still got the ultras though.
Yeah, yeah. But she's still like full combo. Like normal summon her to have full combo is
Mm.
it's still full combo. But I found if you open like Fiendsmith engine and one of the Kissicles, if it's the normal, you obviously want to normal summon her first. But I also just make the full twin combo before I even start with the Fiendsmith stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Um, just to have some better plays if you get nipped and stuff.
Yeah.
But if you open Frost, you usually want to just make full Fiendsmith combo and then just try to make the life twin stuff afterwards because her combo line's pretty weak into nip.
Yes.
But I can but some lines you can do even if you get nipped on the Frost line, so it kind of works out, but definitely usually the starting with the Fiendsmith stuff is better if you open Frost.
Gotcha.
Um yeah, then just one Lilla. She's like she's the only starter that actually loses to like Imperm, so
Mm-hmm.
one is enough. And I've had like it came up 2 times that I didn't have enough Lillas in the deck. But at that point I would maybe consider playing another suite, but I'm not sure about that actually.
Mm.
Because more suites it's weird. It's really hard building the deck right now because it's just you have to account for a lot of different strategies. So I hope the meta settles itself a bit because we can just work much better. Like you can align your side deck, your main deck, the hand traps you're running, much better if you have like a set format.
Hmm.
Yeah, then I'm playing one suite. Currently, one suite is enough, I think. There were a couple of times where you draw the suite and you're like, oh damn, now I can't mill for deal. But yeah, she's overall she's still like fine to draw. I had it a couple of times where I got Fuvat on the normal summon of Kisakil, and I think I had Sweet twice to answer that. And it's pretty nice, but it's still like, eh,
Yeah.
is it really worth it to run an additional card you don't really want to draw all the time? Though she can also be used to negate effects that activate on the Sunny Snitch, because Sunny Snitch is also live twin card, and she says live twin cards and not monsters. So
Ah,
you can still use her
that's
to
sick.
negate stuff that tries to, like against Crystron. What they do often when you activate the Snitch, they chain cluster to Popper, and you could just chain Sweet to negate the cluster, which is pretty nice because you also
Mm,
take a bit of
interesting.
follow up from them.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So the last live twin card in the main is obviously Sunny Snitch.
Mm,
I don't like playing um, Secret Password because it just loses to Droll, and
yeah. Draw's
we don't
definitely
we
better.
don't we don't want to we don't want to lose to Droll in a deck where we can just not lose to Droll.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah, the deck plays phenomenally into draw.
yeah,
Definitely.
it's crazy. Like I think I Drolled myself like 6 times.
Yeah,
It's
it's
so good.
beautiful. And we're not running the tree. Any reason behind that?
Yeah, Treat's just like, especially not in the main. Though I think she's kind of funny because she's still a zombie, and you can technically fuse her away for what's his name, Duke of the Mice, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So you could do that, but overall, she's not great to draw usually because you don't want to run cards that don't necessarily do a lot
Yes.
in a deck that just really wants to have as much useful cards or impactful cards in the
Mm.
hand as possible.
At least it gives you
So
room
I
for non-engine. Yeah, that's true.
yeah, she gives you a free body, but like in the end, we have enough ways. Like there's lines where you can use the suite as an extender later on, where you can just or you draw into Frost as an extender. That's just pretty. We can have a lot of stuff because when you normal summon Frost, you can still special summon her later on from the hand
Mm.
if you've got another one. So it's fine.
Yeah.
Like not that problematic. Um, Now maybe for something a bit more controversial, because I'm only on two engraver.
Two engraver. Interesting.
Uh, I don't think the third one is necessary once again due to the whole droll
Mm.
thing.
Yeah.
Because like just also I can just recycle them later on in the combo because of the type of extra I'm running. I've basically found a card that just like Duke of the Mice, just a card uh, that replaces your entire Unchained package that we used to run,
Yes.
where you had like the line with add back engraver, and then you can make the whole engraver stuff, or the whole feature stuff, anyways. But Duke of the Mice just kind of is like the entire Unchained engine, just without losing to Nib quite as hard, without losing to Ash, Imperm. It's just Duke is just so good. It's crazy.
Yes. And
Um, I'm obviously one Lacrima. She's absolutely insane. Mills Engraver usually, or Paradise if you've got like if you want to have the extra interruption or something. It's she's just you basically you have to run Lacrima, but not more than once because she's not great to draw.
mm.
Um, though she did win me the last game against Crystron, so
Mm. Yeah.
I guess sometimes normal summoning her is pretty good. uh, yeah, obviously in my list, I said it before. My engraver loses to Droll because I'm running Lurry and Tract.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I don't like Sanct, just because Sanct uses up a lot of follow up you have, because
Yes.
you lose a field body in the grave, which you can use for recycling, or trigger the Desiree effect without much of a cost, or use as material for Duke of the Mice or Desiree. So I really like having the extra field body in the grave, and even if we get trolled on track, it usually doesn't matter.
Mm.
In my experience, like I
Yeah.
think I had like once where I said like, okay, this is actually unfortunate in like 12 matches, so it really doesn't come up much that we lose, and I'm only on one track because I just want more non-engine.
Yeah.
I don't feel like we have that much of a need for grind game, and having the potential to draw multiple tract is, I just really don't like opening tract because it immediately plays also into, like, it's hard because it plays into Ash early on potentially. It's, I don't know. I don't like opening tract. I know a lot of people who play two tract and three engraver, but it's like I don't really need that much of an engine for Fiendsmith, because what makes the Fiendsmith engine so powerful in this deck, in my opinion, is that we can play like a really compact version. Like I'm on 7 Fiendsmith cards,
Yeah.
or like 7 cards for the Fiendsmith engine in the main, which is really tight actually. So I'm on something like 17 or 18 engine cards, I think. It's like, yeah, I'm on 18 engine cards.
Mm.
So yeah, 18 or 19, I think. I'm not quite sure, but
Giving you 25
yeah. So
engine. Crazy.
a bit smaller of a Fiendsmith package, just because we don't need the big one.
Mm. And would you change that or would you keep it the way it
And
is?
the last Fiendsmith card's just the Paradise.
Mm.
Uh, it's just, I considered playing it in the side, but not having access to it like game, it's also pretty good to play into boards. I found, like, I used it a bunch of times to play into an existing board, because it just, you can still like use it because your opponents special summons so often, like so many decks special summon in your turn, that Paradise still comes up. So
Mm.
even in your own turn, so I really found like Paradise is just really really important to actually have in the deck, in the main deck. Also,
Yeah.
if you go first, you just really want to have the Paradise.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So that's the whole engine,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not even half the deck.
No. Still
so,
got
so
the
now
25
we,
non-engine. Let's get it. Yeah.
yeah, I'm on 26 non-engine, I think.
Oh,
Yeah,
20.
I'm on 26 non-engine.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
Uh, yeah, and we, it's like the start's pretty basic. It's 3 Ash. Like, you need to you need, you literally have to play Ash,
It's
especially if you
mandatory.
lose against,
Yeah.
yeah, especially if you have a tough time with Fufilos, like the deck does have. So yeah, just 3 Ash. It's basically the best hand trap offensively and defensively right now. It's crazy. Like,
Yes.
it was also the deck that the car I was like in. I think it has like had like 99.98% representation at nets. It was
Oh,
something
crazy.
insane. Like it was like 2 people or something had didn't have Ash in their deck. That's crazy. Um, yeah. Then 3 Bell. I used to play 2. Um, Bestials hurt too much, so I'm on 3 now.
Mm.
Yeah, just primarily defensively against Bestials, because they're
Ah.
just way too way too strong
Yeah, it
against
makes
us. It's
sense.
just, yeah, we have to have some form of protection. But like I said earlier, sometimes it doesn't happen. I did have 1 Bell, but I can't really, like, 1 Bell doesn't really do enough against 3 Bestials, so it happens.
Mm. It's still a very good hand trap too against certain matchups as well.
Yeah, yeah. I still managed to make like some form of board against it. But yeah, Bella's just pretty good offensively, but primarily I think you have to play 3 just purely because of Bestials. That's like Bestials alone make it so you have to play 3 Ghost Bell.
Mm. Yeah.
Um, Next up, main deck, 3 Fuvalos. Uh, Pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah.
If we go second, Fuvalos is like the best one because it basically hits everything except like Fire King, but
We don't talk about that.
yeah. And even if we go first, like we can still discard it for about Muckraker, something like that, or just have an addition, use it as an additional normal summon body with Duke or something. It's just draw the cards. We
Yeah.
really want to draw cards. Um, 3 Perulia, basically for the same reason.
Mm-hmm.
Almost everything, at least normal summons once. So, or at least summons out of the hand a couple once or a couple times even. We can play into Perulia fairly well. Like, if we have a average hand, we only give them like one draw with Perulia, which is okay. Um, but a lot of decks can't really afford to play into Perulia all that much, especially like Ryzeal can't really play into Perulia.
Yeah.
Mitsurugi really doesn't want to because they can summon a couple of things from the graveyard and stuff, but they usually want to summon like twice or 3 times from the hand, especially in like Fiendsmith Ryzeal or Mitsurugi in Mitsurugi Fiendsmith and Mitsurugi Ryzeal. So Mitsu summons a couple times from hand. Ryzeal just summons like 3 or 4 times. I think it's just you take so many bodies away, or they just play into it, and you just draw like a bunch of hand traps.
Yeah.
Next up, which is weird to play 6 more Charmies and then still 3 Droll. Droll is just really insane. Like we can self Droll very well if we get Charmy. So we actually have 6 answers to Charmy, or like 7 with Callby, instead of the usual like 3 or 4 that most decks have. So drawing ourselves, it's obviously we can't draw cards, we can't replenish our hand that well, but it's still like better to draw yourself and miss out on 1 or 2 potential hand traps than give the opponent like 7.
Yeah.
So draw, and it hits like so many decks. It hits basically every Ryzeal, basically every Mitsurugi. Um, it hits what else? Like Blue Eyes. It hits Crystron. It hits really like just a bunch of decks.
Mm.
Pretty hard. So
It's White Force too.
Draw is just
Yeah.
yeah okay yeah. But White Frost like literally dies against like every other hand trap we have
Yes.
as well. So um, and then I've been ranting about Bestials, but I'm playing them myself. But basically because I'm ranting about them because they're just so good, dude.
Yeah.
They're just so good. Like you can technically play 2, but I really like having the third one because just I really like drawing one, and we can use them as extender. Like if we get like let's say we get like Bell or Impulse or something like that on our suite, which happened to me, and I just said, okay, anyways, Bestial Druid's Worm, bench the Kill, summon Druid's Worm, just make full combo anyways. Um, you have to adjust a bit because you can't really go the Fiendsmith line beforehand, but you can still just use them as an extender. You can use them to stop your opponent or interrupt your
Mm.
opponent. Especially like also like Druid's Worm, you can summon Druid's Worm and just link him off or something to play into boards as well. Druid's Worm is definitely the best one for us. Um, Baldrake is okay if someone wants to play more Bestials, the only real answer is to play more Baldrakes because the other ones are at 1 and you do not want to play Saranir, and Lebellion's not a quick effect, so
Yeah.
he's pretty much useless. I found Magnemite to be the one that impacts the game the least.
Oh, really?
Usually, yeah, usually when the Magnemite effect resolves, I search for Druids and it doesn't even come up. Like,
Mm.
I search Druids and I don't even summon him. it's I don't know. I the Magma, yeah, he's fine, but being the search in the end phase is odd. Also, like if you get rolled afterwards, which happens sometimes, you don't even get to draw from the Magma or like search from the Magma mod. So I don't know. I think I resolved him like twice. Both the times searched Rose and I didn't summon him both times. So,
Mm.
but he's still DD Crow for Dark, which
Yeah.
is crazy. Light and Dark, and we have a lot of those currently. Uh, 3 imperm. I'm thinking about cutting imperm for Veiler,
Mm.
just
I-
because we draw like 2 or 3 times sometimes in the opponent's turn, and if you draw an imperm, it's just a dead card. Like you
Yeah.
can't use the imperm if you draw it in your opponent's turn. Obviously she's better to imperm is better to play into boards, so you can hold the imperm something else and just play into the board better. But uh yeah, I'm not sure about imperm. Maybe like as side if I know I'm going second to play it more as a board breaker than a hand trap actually, but yeah, I'm not too sure. I think I'm cutting it for like uh Veiler. Or I even thought about playing Skullmaster actually, because Skullmaster is really good currently. You have a couple of Ryzeal effects. You have like all the Mitsurugi effects that activate in graveyard.
Oh
You can
yeah.
basically like Skullmaster just stops the entire Mitsurugi combo if they open with Habakiri and nothing else.
Uh.
Um, and the best thing about Skullmaster is like he's not once per turn. So if you draw multiple, you use all of them.
Mm.
You can play. It's good against Blue Eyes because you can negate the summon back. You can technically even negate the protection negate from the uh, Neo Blue Eyes Ultimate. This
Mm.
is like if your opponent targets and try, you can banish him, negate the effect, and destroy the card. And you can just Skymaster that because it activates in the graveyard.
Yeah.
So Skymaster is a card I've really been considering, but also Crow. I thought about cutting the Bestials for Crow because it hits Mitsurugi better than the Bestials do, because you can banish like their if they go the pink or the purple level 4 who adds back from Grave or Banish, you can just banish the target and his effect won't resolve because has to target the card. So if he didn't target, it wouldn't work. But since he targets the card, he wants to add back. Since the location changed, he doesn't get to add the card back. So you can basically like hinder them and make them like lose 1 turn on their ritual, which matters a lot.
Yeah.
uh, yeah. So Imperm is like the card I'm thinking about cutting the most currently, or like replacing it with something else, not straight up cutting it. Um, Now the card I just thought, okay, screw it. I'm just adding 3 of them, and I'll see how it goes. And I'm really happy I did. Droplet. Uh,
Mm.
Droplet is so crazy.
It is.
Droplet is
Yes.
insane to play into boards because, like I said, I had a moment where I just said Droplet, send 3 monsters, beat the board. I had Droplet where I used him defensively after like normal summoning Kissy Kill. He said something like some effect. I don't remember what it was. And you can just Droplet there, send the Kissy Kill or the Lilla. I think I sent more often if I've got both of them. Normal summon Lilla, Droplet, send the Lilla for cost, send something else, negate 2 bodies on his field, special the Kissy Kill. Kissy Kill resolves because she's once again being summoned when there are no monsters, and you just summon the suite and you can still play all of them. Because we can still use the suite like later on. We don't have to use it with deal. Like we can just use it later after, even like after we use Troublesome, we can just summon back the suite, use her for an extra body to go into like Fiendsmith stuff like sequence or something. That I did a bunch. But yeah, it's really really good. Like droplets, absolutely crazy. I'm really happy I added it. Also, drawing it with Mulchamis is like the best feeling.
Yes.
And then the last two are just Caught by the Grave and Talons.
Mm.
Um, I think I never sided them out ever. Like I think I sided Caught by out once, but I never sided the Talons out. I didn't even see it once the entire tournament, but Talons is just so insane.
Yeah.
It's crazy going first to protect. It can draw you extenders. It's this insane board breaker to either give you more gas to take a body. Um, Talon's just crazy. Or even if you play into boards and you know your opponent has searched like something good, or you just want to take follow up from them, like Talon's just insane. I'm so glad the cards at one. I swear, it's so good. It's so crazy.
Quite
So yeah,
literally a custom card.
that's the main deck. Any Anything to add there?
Um, so for the main deck, so pretty much the only thing you would change in the main deck would be the imperms, correct?
Yes. I
All
thought
right.
about adding a second suite, but I'm not sure. Like
Hmm.
I don't know. I have to try it a bit. But the thing I would probably change is maybe like take out imperm, or maybe replace it with something like I don't know. Like I said, Skullmeister, Effect Veiler, because you can actually use Effect Veiler with. But I don't know. Like Effect Veiler is pretty difficult because I don't like drawing Effect Veiler for turn because
Yeah.
she's the deck card in my turn. I don't like drawing Imperm when the opponent's turn after I've established my board because it's the dead card then. So maybe I just play three crows and just have like more bestial like effects, or
Yeah.
I just play three Skullmeister to have some more like graveyard effect interactions. I don't know.
Mm.
I don't know what I'll do. I try all of it,
Yeah.
but maybe I even go like above 43 or cut something and go back down to 42 or something. I'm not sure. Or just cut the imperm and play clean 40 again. But we have a couple of cards we don't really want to draw, so I don't have a problem with playing above 40
Yeah.
because it just lowers the chance to draw the cards you don't want to draw.
Yes. All right. So you
So,
are free to move on to the extract. So for the extract, what do we have
all right, we've got the one Kill here.
here? All right.
It's just mill for cost is insane. Nobody plays ogre, so we don't actually lose against
Yeah.
that. That's crazy. Like ogre actually hits the deck pretty hard,
Mm.
which is good because it basically hits no other deck at all. Like no deck cares about ogre but us, and we like that nobody plays ogre. This
Yes.
it's good. It's good. We've got the normal Kissicle,
Mm-hmm.
obviously, um, and the normal Lilla. It's I play both as a one-off because I just don't have the space to play more.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah, it came up once that they got banished with Bestials and I lost that match. So it was the one with the like six Bestials or seven,
Yeah.
and it's just unfortunate when it comes up, but it doesn't come up all the time. Also, if one gets banished, you can still like play. Obviously, banishing Lillard hurts. It depends on what deck you're playing against. 'Cause, like sometimes the draw from Kissiker is just more valuable than the pop from Lilla, and sometimes the pop is just much better than any like potential hand trap you could draw. So it's hard to tell which is like definitively worse if you get if it gets banished, but
Yeah.
they're both like crucial to the deck more or less. You can somewhat do something without them, but it's obviously better to have access to both of them at all times. Um, yeah, obviously Trouble Sunny,
Yes.
just summon like it's basically the most important input interaction. Just summon both of them back. Is the thing that actually gives us like half of our opponent's interactions on board. So yeah. Also, I think I had it come up once that I used a graveyard effect.
Mm.
I used to use it a lot before the new support came out, but now then since the extra deck is so tight, I'm only on one trouble. I don't like playing the brick anymore,
Yeah.
so it doesn't come up often. But it did come up once, and it's pretty good to have like a non-target sent to grave that nobody really expects and it really comes out of nowhere. Also, if it's like an open game state, you can just announce her, send for cost, and your opponent is pretty much like confronted with, yeah, okay, I can't really do anything against it anymore. So one of my cards is going to be sent to the graveyard. It's just really nice. Also, we can immediately, if they don't do anything, we can immediately chain the other twin to have like potentially a pop or draw.
Yeah.
But she's only ignition, so it doesn't come up a lot because she's like spell speed one. It's odd.
Mm.
Um, that's all the twins I have in the extra deck. It's only four, but really all the ones you need and all the ones you really can play because the extra deck space is just very limited at the
Yeah.
moment. Next up, one Requiem. I would like to play two, but once again, I just don't have space.
Yeah.
I don't really see anything I can cut. Everything came up. Um, so I would like to, but I think I might try to remove something and tweak something to fit two and see how that works out. But
Yeah.
I like having the one.
Yeah.
It's usually enough. Um, next up sequence, obviously we play a couple of fusion monsters, so we need to we need to be able to fusion summon. I guess we could fusion summon with track, but that's not consistent.
Yeah. Plus, you can
So
only go for like a Fiendsmith name. You can't go for like something like Duke of Demise.
no, you can summon any fiend
Yeah, but
fusion
track
monster.
can't.
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
With track you can. So track is kind of bad, but sequence just summons any fusion monster, any fiend fusion monster, which is any fusion monster in an extra deck. Uh, the sequence is really nice, and you like it doesn't matter that much if it gets interrupted usually, and usually nobody really interrupts the
Yeah.
sequence because like you can just interrupt the summon afterwards, something like that. So I'm on an Outplay Agnaby. Um, he came up so much. The piercing damage in time is crazy. The insane attack boost is crazy. So he's really important. I think like I definitely would have lost multiple matches if I didn't have Agnum Day. So it's definitely not a card you can side deck.
Yeah.
Like I've seen some people like say, yeah, play Agnum Day in the side, play the second track, Requiem, and I was like, nah, I don't think I'll do that.
Yeah. I don't think you want to play mostly like. I don't think you want to play extra deck stuff in the side deck, anyways.
Yeah, it's like two decks that can do it. Like Crystron can play their time button inside, but
Yeah.
we don't really have a time button. Like we can't play a time button in that form because it's just it just wouldn't work out. We just also the games are really fast with the deck. Like I think I came in time twice.
Yeah.
So the deck is just overall it's just really fast. Um and you don't need a time button. If you lose in time then well, it happens, but you can just play the game
I mean, Sunny
usually, and
Snitch
it's
too
it's enough.
definitely helps a lot.
Yeah, Sunny Snitch's effect is like what helped me not win a game actually because like it helped me win a game, but I didn't win the match because I was stupid.
We don't talk about that.
Yeah, it never happened. Okay,
Yeah,
I
for
dropped the
sure.
right.
For sure, for sure.
um, so Necroquip, level 6, Fiend Body.
Mm.
She can draw cards, which is really nice.
Yeah, with the
we
Mouse
like
Ring.
we like doing those.
Yeah. Who
Um,
wouldn't want to draw cards, man?
uh, yeah, it's good. She's really important in the deck. Um, Also, funny thing about Necroquip, her effect to either draw or equip is once, but her summon actually isn't once per turn.
Mm.
So I made about twice, got a judge call, and the judge was like, "Yeah, no, it's fine. You can summon her more than once." And I was like, "Nice."
Oh dang.
So it came up once that I could summon her more than once, and it's odd when it happens, but it's stuff like that where you just have to do like some weird scuffed lines. But that's something we can pivot fairly well if we get interrupted later on. Like if we get heavily interrupted early on, it's problematic because we just don't have any resources. But if we get to establish ourselves in the game a bit, we can do a fair bit of stuff. It's actually pretty good. But
Yeah.
Necrocrypt's just, yeah. Also for Caesar, obviously no brainer. But yeah, she's really good. Then the earlier mentioned Duke of the Mice. I don't know how people can not play this card. He's
It's
so
yeah.
insane. The extra normal summon is crazy. We can play through Nip really well. He's an actually he's like one of the best extenders in the deck because you can even like link him off and you can just banish him to add a fiend back from the grave. So you can just add back a graver and then actually use his effect, which is the reason why I only play two because I could just recycle him with Demise.
Yeah. That
So
makes
he's
sense.
so insane. He's the extra body. He's and the body is a normal summon, so even if we go Muckraker Reborn something earlier, we can still use his effect because Muckraker only locks the special summon, so
Mm.
he's absolutely crazy. Um and obviously the last fusion monster, Desiree.
Yeah.
It's just, yeah. Graveyard effect is crazy. Onboard effect is also crazy. Targeting protection with sequence. He's just a guy. He won me games. He won me matches. He's really really good. He lost me a game because I usually don't make him going first, or I don't know what the opponent's playing. But yeah, I just the other two games I won. So
Yeah. But he's phenomenal against board breakers too, especially with decks going for a
yeah,
board
also
breaker
like
approach.
sending him into boards is really good.
Yes.
That's it for the Fiendsmith stuff. So now we're just on the stuff from no archetypes or the one card that doesn't get used in its own archetype.
Mm.
Um, but first off, Muckraker. Having the extra body is pretty good. Her protection is decent. It doesn't come up too often, though I did have it once that I had like the Desiree on board. He ran into Muckraker, and I used Muckraker Protect, sent the Desiree, or like tribute the Desiree in order to send like a monster on his field. He couldn't respond because it's like trigger and damage step. And yeah, so she just sent something and or like she sent the Desiree. So I use her ironically the protection effect more offensively than defensively usually
Yes.
because I send like the Desiree. I think I sent it twice actually. Like I sent the Desiree, or I even sent like on his last attack I sent a Lilla that hadn't activated the effect this turn. So in the main phase two, I just summoned the Lilla and popped the card on his field.
Mm.
So she's pretty versatile, pretty nice. Um, Next up, obviously, about custom card, so insane. About is one of the best cards like ever printed in regards to the deck. It's crazy how strong this card is. Um, and like she literally does not have bad effects. Like there's not a single bad effect on this card.
Yeah.
And not even that's like a bad effect. She's like the restrict. Okay, wow, crazy restriction. We have to use a fiend monster. Oh no, it's so difficult for us. But the summon back in our turn is crazy. The destruction non-target in the opponent's turn is also really good because something I found is that a lot of the times it really matters that the twins pop a chain delayed if the opponent activates a continuous trap, continuous spell, field spell, or something like that.
Yes.
Um, it matters a lot that we have the option to just go above pop the card immediately so it doesn't resolve.
Mm.
It's crazy. I think I used the pop like almost as many times as I used the reborn effect, which is insane. I also had like one game where I ended on a bow, searched specifically Paradise to have like the some form of interruptions. Obviously, I won that game because it's just and I played under Fuvalos, so like I good okay. I had a really good hand for Fuvalos, but
Yeah.
I still gave him like two draws and ended on a bow and the Paradise in hand, and it was like two interruptions. Like I popped something, got the follow up, I had the engraver in the graveyard and no light fiends, so no wait, I had a light fiend.
Mm.
I had the deal, but like I sent the Desiree, sent something else from him, got stuff back. Oh, it's really really good.
And did
And
the
Bow's
draw
just
effect ever
insane.
come up?
The draw effect, yeah, came up a couple of times. So sometimes I draw and I go like, okay, I don't really need like any normal summons. Or when you have like two Kisika in hand, like a Kisika and a Frost, and you have a Bow and you just draw for like three. Like I think I drew for 4 and 5 every time.
Mm.
And so a Bow for draw, and you can just order like your hand. You can just say like, okay, yeah, I like the bell to play defensively, or like the extra start or the extender, or the call by like to play into some board. It's like the draw effect comes up, but it's like by far the weakest effect on the card,
Yeah.
and it's still insane. So it's just but she's not like any problematic card. Like she's not ban worthy or anything, but she's just she's absolutely insane. Also, shout out to my neighbor because it's actually his bow.
Mm.
Um, I don't. It's not like I lended him, like I lent the bow from him, but he currently has the bow I drew from a pack, and I play his. I don't know. I don't know why we do that, but
Nah,
yeah.
that's
So
sick, man.
bow absolutely crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Got her day one, so day one on the release. Like I had her before she was released because like sneak
That's what's
events and
up.
stuff. Because I was like, I need the card. Yeah, the special summon obviously. Like usually we get the Trouble Sunny as like one of the last actions in the turn, but I think I used her pop like once or twice in my turn, going second. She's just so versatile. She has so many ways to utilize the effects, and it's I like it, but it's also difficult because you don't have any like set actions you want to do. Like there's some stuff. There's like um like in Crystron, you have like your you do make Christoros.
Mm.
No, like Chris, the Elescalatus. I mean, the Synchro 7. Like you have to make Elescalatus, and in our deck, like I even summoned her once without making the Trouble Sunny first because it was just like better in that instance. I don't remember the game state right now, but
Yeah.
yeah. And also, if we can we can use the effect to pop more aggressively because even if she gets like sent or outed or like removed herself, we can just bring her back with the Muckraker usually. So really, really good. Bao is just one of the best cards in the deck by far. Um, Next up, obviously, in this format, Caesar. uh, Mitsu
It's,
cries
it's crazy.
against Caesar. Malice cries against Caesar.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Blue Eyes really has a hard time against Caesar as well. So he's just one of the best cards and definitely, in my opinion, a contender for a card that could get banned in order to hit Fiendsmith because it's
Yeah,
just
I could see that.
he
Yeah.
d- he's such an aggressive card. Like as soon as Caesar hits the board, you have such an oppressive card on the field because like you shut down the bureau, you shut a lot of extenders down. Like Malice, you
Mm-hmm.
take a lot of the Malice summons out of the game. You basically say, all right, so Mitsurugi, you can use the ritual twice. Yeah, you don't get to use the ritual at all. Like
The fact is that once per
or
turn
or the
item is
resummon.
crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. Also, you can still use the Caesar um, on the grave effect of the ritual monsters, even if they don't try to summon themselves, because they could try summon themselves if they were properly summoned. It's the same reason why you can bell them. So you can just always Caesar the grave effect, and I think I did it like once or twice because it's just like, okay, I know he doesn't have follow up,
Yeah.
so I just Caesar the grave effect. Or if you just want to some people play Book of Eclipse, and you can just prioritize getting your Caesar negates out early on, so you can Book of Eclipse without like losing interactions.
Yeah.
because he's usually the only non-link monster on the end board. So just absolutely insane card. Yeah. Next up is Typhon. Maybe sometimes you can use him to make a comeback. I usually just I think I used him once or twice to just like slap him on the end board. If I go second, like I break the opponent's board, I don't kill him. I just slap Typhon on top of my Trouble Sunny, activate his effect, bounce something, and just pass turn with the Typhon.
Mm.
Because he's still like oppressive. Like the opponent still can't make any like big bodies and use their effects, so he has to somewhat find an out for the Typhon while still having to deal with a Bawaku. And even if he outs the Typhon, like then Trouble Sunny's life again and stuff, it's really good.
Yeah.
So Typhon, like I think I used him more to reinforce my board passing to my opponent, and obviously I could have won that game if I just summoned Typhon. So
Yeah. The fact that he's a fiend though is crazy though.
yeah, also being Fiend, like we can still like try to combo into a board, we lock ourselves, and we can still just like, okay, so now I don't really have any more plays, Typhon. So Typhon's just he's really good.
Yes.
But like not part of the mainline combo, hopefully.
Yeah.
If your mainline combo involves summoning Typhon, I think you should don't let you shouldn't let your opponents go first. Um, and the last one is Chaos Angel.
Ooh, Chaos Angel. Okay.
Yeah, just making a light Chaos Angel is crazy. Light Dark Chaos Angel is obviously even better. Come on, focus.
And does this come up at
Properly.
all either?
Yes. So I made the Chaos Angel against Malice, and they had to struggle to find an out. Um, because I don't know why, but a lot of the Malice decks only play 2 of the traps, and
Mm.
so they only have 1 trap that can really out the Chaos Angel that benches. And you can usually just you can ash that. You can I think you can ballot, but I'm not sure. Uh, it's just really good.
Yeah.
And even if he gets outed, like the opponent has to use up resources, which is good for you because you just you like to strip your opponent of resources in order to play into his board. Come on, focus. All right. Yeah. So Chaos Angel,
Yeah.
he comes up. I made him against Mitsurugi once or twice, I think, against Fiends with Mitsurugi,
Mm.
because they also have to make like some weird lines to out him, and it just the thing is people usually say like, yeah, the deck can out Chaos Angel, you shouldn't play Chaos Angel, but it's
Yeah.
not like you only summon Chaos Angel. Like that's not your only card on the end board. Like you still apply pressure with other cards. So
Of course. Yeah.
it's just I sometimes summon Chaos Angel instead of Caesar, just because in this situation he's just more oppressive. Because
Mm.
you take one of the opponent's cards out of the game, or even if you go first and you summon him, he's still like the 3.5k beat stick that's just unaffected by monster effects and protects all of your monsters from being destroyed by battle. So
Yeah.
it's just wow, fucking Chaos Angel is insane, dude. So that's it for the extra deck. Obviously, won 15 cards,
Yeah.
but everything is a one-off. So um, we don't like Unicorn.
Yeah.
We don't like Kashira Unicorn.
Uh, no SP.
No SP, just because I think we lock ourselves into fiends too much, and I feel like the only thing we can really technically replace for the SP is Chaos Angel, and I
Mm.
think the Chaos Angel is just, in my experience, he comes up more. Also, the fact that we have to usually make a link 1 before we can utilize the SP well.
Yeah.
Because we can't just slap SP on the end board like other decks, because we're just fiend locked. Like we can't summon SP.
Yeah.
So and in Chaos Angel, I guess what? He's a fiend, so we can just use him to reinforce the end board,
Yeah.
and SP just kind of falls off short in that regard, I think.
Yeah. That makes sense though.
Yeah. And the side, like the thing I guess, unhappy with the most
Mm.
is like, first of all, obviously we only have 12 slots in the side because we are in the Malice format and Lancia is just mandatory. So I
Yeah.
obviously play through Lancia. It's just no brainer. You have to play Lancia. Like
Mm.
you literally have to. It's disgusting. I hate it. I also hate activating Lancia and then not being able to use the bow to summon,
Yeah.
which comes up sometimes. But I think that's also something why I started using the pop effect so much, is just to not be in a situation where I don't really have a play or don't really know how to interact with the opponent. But if it's against Melis, like I chain the Lancia to the field spell or to like Gold Sarcophagus or something like that. So
Mm.
yeah.
And how
Um
come now Chaos Hunter, since she's like a fiend and all too?
Chaos Hunter is just, I don't like Chaos Hunter in the side because like I used to play her, but I think like the discard, we end up discarding too many cards. Like Chaos Hunter is immediately like two cards gone from our hand, and sometimes
Mm.
we only have two, and then it's those two, and then we can't use the Abao. It's odd,
Makes sense, makes sense.
and yeah, I don't like Chaos Hunter. Also she's like, she's not really fast enough, right? She's only on special summon, and then the opponent chains something. So if he goes like Gold Sark for I don't know, Gold Sark for like, I don't know what's the name, Dormouse, uh, and Dormouse summons itself, and and then we activate like the Chaos Hunter in hand. He still goes like Marcher or the Trap or something else, and it's like, I don't know.
Mm.
I don't really think it comes up too much, and also I don't really want to waste a lot more space.
Yeah.
And I have another reason why I don't like Chaos Hunter, because still have another answer for Melos, and that's Meowth.
Mm,
Um,
yeah. That's definitely a way better answer.
Meowth is just, it hits more than just Melos, and it's really good. Like Meowth, I think I had like a couple of games where I'm just like, yeah, okay, now I'm just running on 9 Mulchamis, and so the Charmies is just, you can use the Charmies to draw into Charmies to draw into Lancia better than you can just try to draw Lancia and or Chaos Hunter.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. I just think Meowth is much better. I might I might try Chaos Hunter again, but I'm not really sure right now. It's weird. I don't, like I said, I'm going to tweak the site a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Next one I'm somewhat like not really happy with is 3 Judgment. So Judgment, it's not like I'm unhappy with the performance of Judgment. It's just I don't get the card.
Yeah.
Like if I get Judgment, she's insane. Like it's insane. Judgment is crazy.
Yes.
Like negating a summon is one of the most insane things you can do. I had a game against Malice a couple of weeks ago where I just judgmented his white binder and the one of the other links, and he's like, yeah, okay, next game, because like he just, like, how is Malice going to play if you take out like two of the best monsters in the deck completely? Like
Yeah.
he just didn't have anything anymore. Um, why I'm not happy with Judgment is I don't have enough. So I
Mm.
think I might add more Solemns, like Strike
Yeah.
or something, just because if I go first, I just want to see the card. I actually want to see the card. So
Yeah.
um, next one, it's a card I might take out or change some ratios about. I've got 3 Nips in the side. I didn't want to play it in the main because I was like, it's so many cards in the main already. It's but I'm honestly somewhat unhappy with the performance of Nibiru,
Mm.
because even if you draw, it's not that impactful right now, and yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I want to play Nibiru in a format where like the best deck searches Nibiru on their end board to reinforce their own end board because they go plus on the Nibiru. It's crazy. I
It's
don't think I want to play
it's
Nibiru,
definitely painful.
especially not in the main deck. Or the other deck like Ryzeal, they just search a field spell in under 5 summons that are nip proof. So I don't know. I don't really like Nibiru right now, so I might remove it. It covers a lot of rogue matchups, but like I think like DD Crow and other stuff, or like just more Solemns would also cover the rogue matchup because just being on 9 Charmies is insane.
Yeah,
So I don't know if I really need any more Ghost second cards. Just I
yeah,
think I'm
makes
just
sense.
gonna remove the nip for Summon Strike.
Yeah, the only unfortunate thing about Nib is that it tributes. So going against something like Mitsurugi, it's awful.
Yeah. Like I said, they literally search Nibiru in combo so they can nip their own field.
Yeah,
Because they just plus off of it, which is
it's insane.
disgusting, but it is what it is. And now one of the MVPs, obviously it's insane, Mistaken Arrest. Um,
Mm,
basically a custom card for the deck. Like neither player gets to add cards from the deck to the hand except by drawing them for until your next end phase. Or until the next end phase, I think it is, right? Um yeah, no, until your next end phase. So you can just like it if you have it, like if you draw it in your turn, you can
yeah.
just immediately activate it because it doesn't hold to the end phase of the current turn. It holds to the end phase of your next turn. So even if you activate it in like the draw phase of the opponent or in your end phase, it doesn't matter.
Mm,
It's still gonna be live until and it's so good. Like there's a lot of decks that can play through Droll, but not through Mistaken Arrest. So Mistaken Arrest, Mitsurugi, Ryzeal Mitsurugi, Malice, all of them basically can't play under Mistaken Arrest
yeah.
because they have to search at least once.
Mm,
And Mistaken Arrest is just it's so good. It's so good. And we can still draw. Like we still get our like 1, 2, 3 draws in the opponent's turn. Still get those hand traps, still be interrupting. It's insane. Mistaken Arrest is so powerful. Like it's honestly mandatory. I'm landing it currently, but I'm definitely getting a playset for myself because it's just like
yeah.
for twins, I'm honestly saying mandatory, which everyone should have or definitely needs to have is Mistaken Arrest and Lancia. Is just if you're playing twins, that's basically mandatory.
Yeah.
It's crazy how good these cards are currently.
Mm,
Um, yeah, the Charmies, like if you can afford them, you should play them.
of course. Yeah.
They're crazy. They're not my own. Also, so I've got them from
Yeah.
one of the team members. So
That's what's up
uh,
though.
yeah, it's just Charmies are crazy good, but Meowth is also crazy expensive. So,
Yes.
yeah, but that's basically it.
All right.
Like I said, probably gonna remove Nib and maybe Imperm, but other than that, I'm really happy with the performance
All right.
of the deck. Not so much myself, but
Yeah. I mean, in my personal opinion, you did really, really well. My personal opinion.
I don't think I'm happy with the standings.
Yeah.
Like 8-4 is fine. It's not like I say, oh no, I did so poorly, I should never play the game again. But but it's definitely like it's all. But if you're playing a really big tournament, you always know like what you could have done better. But at the end of the day, honestly, I don't want to think too much about it because even if I had won that game 3 or like that round 3, the entire day would have been different. Maybe due to pairings, that would have ended up going like 7-5 or something.
Yeah.
Like it's it's fine. I had my misplays. I had my stupid moments, but I'm happy. I'm happy I attended. I'm happy I played all the rounds.
Yeah.
Gave it a shot. Um, and like I said, only it's also good to know that you only had like 2 matches that you couldn't win.
Yeah.
I only had like two losses where it was like I just could not win. And
Yeah.
knowing that you have that 50% of your losses are due to misplays or your own stupidity is somewhat comforting because you know there's still like there's still room to improve. There's still like stuff to do better. And
Exactly.
at the end of the day, I did get this awesome alt art, legal to play alt art YCS Tokyo 2023 playmat. So
Mm.
I
Yeah.
I I I can't complain.
Now, hopefully, we get the cards for it, man.
Oh yeah, sure. I really hope. I mean, with the censorship, I mean, I've got the cards here, so
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hide them from
I
Konami
don't.
before you get back.
Yeah, but
Yeah, we don't use
no,
those in
it's
tournaments, man.
yeah, we don't.
Yeah,
Only at home with the homies.
yeah. Who would
Got
do
them.
such a thing?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. Appreciate you coming on here, though. Definitely love the deck list. Anything else would you like to add before we hop off here?
Stay frosty and twin to win. It's just
Yeah,
what we do.
twin to win.
Twin to win.
Yeah. All right. Appreciate you hopping on here. Definitely appreciate it. Like you did. Congrats on the win again. Top 200. I mean I couldn't do it. I'm happy that you did. Just shows how powerful the deck is, especially post
Yeah.
Ali.
Also, there was one other twin player, and he actually did manage to turn his results on, and he went 9-3. He got the
9-3.
top 128. He got the playmat. He was 95th, I think. Yeah, 95th. And
Yeah.
yeah, so
All right.
absolutely crazy. And I played against him last year at Nets too. And he didn't know what to play, and he was like on voices or something, and he liked the deck. Like he played against me, and he liked the deck so much that he like looked into it and started playing it, and he played it for Nets this year, and he got 128. So
Dang, that's
I'm
crazy.
really happy. I'm really happy I made someone get into the deck and actually make top 128. So
Yeah, that's what it's all about. Making a community, just getting together, playing all the same deck. Helping each other out. That's what it's all about.
yeah, that's what matters.
All right. So we're gonna end the video here. Hope don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace.
Now, as promised, here is a summarized deck list. This is this whole deck list, all in one picture. So if you guys want to just skip ahead and see the deck list, here you go now. If you have any questions, please contact me or Safer from the Discord server.